Hello, Skull. Welcome to the AnKorage. Hey everybody. So, just wanted to say hello, and this is just, it's not going to be much of a video, but it's going to be the startup because there are things that need to be done in order to get ready to start doing these little videos. Now, what is this channel going to be about? Well, it's going to be me doing little projects, DIY type stuff, really simple and whatnot. And you kind of see a little bit of that as I'm getting this ready for this episode, I guess you could call it. Because things I need to get ready is I need a computer to edit all of the files. I need the camera itself. I need the microphone, like this guy right here. So just as a quick little explanation about this, you see that it's got an orange thingy on it. But it's, that's a little bit of a hark back to the 70s when all of the newscasters and sports, all the television studios, they had these, those large mics with the large pieces of foam on it. And some of them, because it was the 70s, they had to use orange. And not all of them, but a good number of them did. And so this is a hark back to that, to be, hey, 70s, pretty good time as far as interior decoration. Very interesting, and I'm kind of reflecting that a little bit here. But I might talk about that, and I might not, but we'll see. I had to get computers ready, and oh boy, I picked one and didn't turn out all that great, so I picked another one and got that ready. And I started to get a camera ready from a cell phone, but which I will use. But for the sake of recording these portions, I'm just using a camera that I got from a couple of years ago from an online retailer. It's got a nice big smiley face on the boxes, and just from that alone, you know what I'm talking about. At least you should. We'll actually be getting into that more so later on. But we have to get ready for these projects. So, and part of it is just getting ready for the channel and for getting all of everything done for it. So, here we go. So, I have a cell phone from Virgin Mobile from way back in the day that I no longer use except for an alarm clock. So I had to switch out the case to the colors of the channel, which is black and green, and had to switch out the wallpaper to the logo, and that's really nice, isn't it? So I started with this computer here. Figured I'd update it. Water cooler, a new exhaust fan, and a drive, NVMe drive, just for this channel. So I take compressed air and I blow out all of the dust. Here is where all of the NVMe drive goes, right in here. And you can see it's got the word Viper on it. That's a hark to my favorite television show, and it's 1 terabyte. It's very nice. And so then I've got this exhaust fan. Now the one you see here is kind of small. You got that humongous gap around the edges of it. I wanted to switch that out to something that would fill up the gap. Well, turns out that the power for this fan is actually fed around the board and plugs into the actual power supply cords themselves. I didn't like that very much, but that's the way it is, and that's the way it is. But this larger one can actually plug directly into the motherboard, but I have to remove this one, so I cut it. There it is. And there's an actual port for the fan on the board, so I do that, and I have that there. So I put on the little connectors, and I start to actually get this plugged in. Taking a look at it, yep, that's a good size, that's good, everything like that. Let's start putting it in, and turns out it's too big. That far end over there, it goes over the ports for the motherboard.
but I've already cut the line to the old fan, so I just can't throw it back in unless I do some fiddling around with the wires. So I'm just like, let's just leave it. Let's move on to the cooler. So here's the water cooler, and there's the fans for it, and there's the radiator. So I'm going to put that on, and then I'm going to go ahead and plug it over into its spot in the case, which is in the front. And that fan you see there is the actual processor fan. And I plug it in, and that middle part is the pump, and it should be directly in the dead center of that hole, and it's not. So I have to figure that out. And that's the reason why. As for a hard drive, it's riveted. Can't use it. Ugh. So I'm actually moving over to this computer here, but it needs an NVMe drive. So he's like, this recording that I'm doing right now is actually being done on this unit. So I'm taking this apart because it's not a simple thing of just unclicking something. You have to unscrew it, and there's like 10 screws. So I have to take this off, and this here, gotta get them all off. There's so many of them, and you have to carefully undo that. And here we go. So that there on the left there, that blue part, that's an NVMe drive. That's the current hard drive. And there's an empty slot to the left there in the center of that thing there. And there I've got my new NVMe drive there, which is actually going to be the one for this channel. Everything in this channel is there. So I just need to plug all that back on and plug that all back in. And got to put those 10 screws back. And of course, whenever I thought I had finished getting them all screwed in, get all nice and happy and comfortable, and thought I got that one, and I do that, oh, nope, something's not right. That didn't catch right. Come on, get in there. Come on, alright, check that one, oh, and something's still not, get that one there. Oh, that one there fell out. Gotta put that one in. Okay. And tighten that one. And there it is. And voila. Some good healthy juice. Sorry, I don't have the buddy mic on. It's because I had to go get that. But just to show you, here's the fan that I'm going to be putting in to replace that big one because it's too big. But I think I'm just about ready to get started on videos. But that's everything. Oh yeah. Look familiar? There you go. That's great. So, but that's everything, and I'll try to pick up as soon as I can, and give it a like, subscribe, and we will talk to you later at some point. Skull.